Good morning, students. Today we will discuss the chapter The Making of a Scientist, Robert W. Peterson. This is the chapter of Footprint, lesson number 6. Richard Ebright has received the Selwyn Scholar Award and the Scaring Plough Award for Biochemistry and Molecular Biology. It was his fascination for butterflies that opened the world of science to him. Fascination, attraction. It is a biographical account of the life and achievement of Richard Ebright. Ebright won numerous awards for his contribution to biochemistry and molecular biology. We come to know about the role of his mother in shaping his career as a scientist. A children's book called The Travel of Monarch X, gifted to him by his mother, opened the world of science of the eager young boy. Ebright was inspired to collect butterflies of various kinds after reading the book. He collected the butterflies and studied their life cycles, making a very close observation of the changes taking place in their development. This habit ultimately launched him on his career as a biologist. Richard H. Ebright excited the scientific world by publishing an article in the Science Journal, Proceedings of the National Academy of Science at the age of 22. The article was concerned with a new theory on how cells work. His college roommate also made his contribution to his outstanding work. The publication of this article was a stepping stone to many later achievements in his career. Ebright was the only child of his parents who lived in Pennsylvania. Since there was no scope for playing football or baseball, he developed the habit of collecting things like bones, fossils, and coins. He was also interested in the science of astronomy. His mother also encouraged his interest. She bought him telescope, microscope, cameras, mounting material, etc. When Richard was in 3rd grade, his father died, so his mother was only companion at home. His mother sometimes invited some of his friends to play with him, but at night she was his sole companion and helped him to learn a lot at a very young age. He earned top grades in his school. From his early childhood, Ebright was deeply interested in butterflies. By the time he was in the 2nd grade, he had collected all 25 species of butterflies which were found near his hometown. One day his mother gifted him a book, The Travels of Monarch X. This book described how monarch butterflies migrate to Central America. It opened a new world of science for the young scientist. At the end of the book, there was a request to the readers. They were requested to help in the research on butterflies' migration. They were asked to tag butterflies for research being made by Dr. Urquhart to Toronto University in Canada. Anyone who found a tagged butterfly was asked to send the tag to Dr. Urquhart. The butterfly collecting season in his area lasted 6 weeks in late summer. It was difficult to catch them one by one, so Ebright decided to raise a stock of butterflies himself. He would catch a female monarch and take her eggs. He raised them in his basement. He studied their development from egg to caterpillar to pupa and to adult butterfly. Then he tagged the butterflies' wings and let them go. He continued to do this work after years. However, Ebright began to lose interest in tagging butterflies. The reason was that there was no feedback. In 7th grade, Ebright got a hint of what real science is. He entered a country science fair. His entries were slides of frog tissues. He realized later that the winners in the contest had tried to do real experiments. Therefore, he began to work on insects. In his 8th grade project, Ebright tried to find the cause of a viral disease that kills nearly all monarch caterpillars very furious. He thought that the disease might be carried by a beetle, so he tried to raise caterpillars in presence of beetles. His next project was related to viceroy and monarch butterflies. His aim was to test the theory whether viceroy butterflies copy monarch butterflies in order to save themselves. Monarch don't taste good to birds, so the viceroy butterflies try to look like monarch so that they are not eaten up by birds. Ebright found that a bird name starting eats nothing except monarch butterflies. The project was given the first prize in the zoology section. In his second year in high school, Ebright began the research which led to the discovery of an unknown insect hormone. Indirectly, it led to his new theory on the life of cell. At a high school junior, Ebright continued his advanced experiments on the monarch pupa. In his senior year, he grew cells from a monarch's wings in a culture. He showed that the cells would divide and develop into normal butterfly wing scales only if they were fed the hormone from the gold spore. The following summer, Ebright went back to the Department of Agriculture's lab and worked on the hormone. Finally, he was able to identify the hormone's chemical structure. A year and a half later, Ebright got the idea from his new theory about cell life. He was able to get an answer to a puzzling question: how the cell can read the blueprint of its DNA. It is the blueprint for life. If this theory proves correct, it will be a big step towards understanding the process of life. It might also lead to new ideas for preventing some types of cancer. Ebright's teacher paid a fine compliment to Ebright in his words. Richard wasn't interested in winning for winning's sake. He was winning because he wanted to do the best job he could. A first-rate mind, curiosity, and the will to win her work. Ebright's great qualities.